Hey guys, I'm Marcus, I'm a sound designer here at ROLI, and today I'm going to be taking a deep dive into Equator2 and checking out some of the best presets for making house music. House as a term kind of covers a lot of different styles and subgenres, so what I've done is pick 5, I'll talk a little bit about them, and then show each of them in the context of a track. Let's get started. Alright, so to kick things off, I'm going to be looking at a patch called FM Bottom Fade Bass. And this is a really kind of weighty, sub-heavy bass line that takes advantage of FM modulation to really distort the sound. So as I play softly, it's fairly pure. Then I can dig in harder to the key wave to add a bit more grit. And then I can take that a step further by sliding up the key wave surface, increasing the amount of FM modulation that's being applied. What's cool about this patch as well is the assignments for the macros. So that means that on the fly, I can add loads of interesting nuances and details to my bass line, like an LFO on the XY pad, and other changes on the other 3 faders. This sound works really well for kind of UK bassline, garagey kind of styles, something a little bit darker. So let's check it out in the context of a track now. Okay, next up we have a preset called FM Deep Donk in a Room. And as the name suggests, this one is a little bit darker, quite percussive and suited to modern deep house artists similar to kind of Gorgon City and stuff like that. So we have a percussive main sound, but I can dig into the key wave surface to add more sustain. And I can also, on the fly, slide up on the key wave surface to add this LFO to give it some movement. So let's check it out in the context of a track now. Okay, next up we have a preset called Fatty Chord Bass, and it sounds like this. Probably the primary characteristic of this one is that we have 3 oscillators tuned differently, so we have the root note and then a major third and a perfect fifth to give us this kind of chord effect. I can press into the surface of the keyboard to open up the filter cutoff, and I can also slide up to kind of add these stuttering LFO type effects. And what's nice about this one is that it uses lift to control the kind of release of the sound. So if I'm playing fast staccato bass lines, I can either have a really snappy release, or I can dig in a little bit more and pull away with more force to add a little bit more of a tail on there. And sort of mix and match those as I'm making bass lines to just add more variation to the overall sound. So let's see it in context. Next up we have a preset called Metal Pan Flute, which sounds like this. When I heard this one, it immediately made me think of sort of tropical house, and the great thing about the keyboard is that because we have perky pitch bend, we can do these really nice kind of elastic sounding glissando lines that are really common in that genre. For this demonstration, I put together a little track using some other presets from Equator2, so there's some acoustic piano, some marimba sounds to give it that kind of tropical vibe, and then this plays the lead line on top. Let's check it out. And to finish off, this is a preset called Acid Funk Overdrive Bass. And as the name suggests, this one is heavily inspired by acid house, and specifically the Roland TB-303, the synth used heavily to create that genre. What's really great about this patch is that we have fine control over the cutoff, which is so important in this genre, without having to tweak knobs, just simply by how hard we're playing and how much we're digging into the surface of the key wave. I can also slide up the key wave surface to further change the sound. And using the 3 macros, I can add other effects and other things to kind of expand the sound and make it come more alive. Let's check it out in context. Okay, so that was 5 of the best presets in Equator for making house-oriented dance music. If there's certain genres you'd like to see us cover in the future, then please just let us know in the comments. And if you want to find out more information about Rise 2 or Equator 2, just follow the link in the description. Thank you for watching.